What's going on, brawlers? It's Matru here, and today I got another unboxing for you guys. Today we're looking at Champions of Vestroia. It's a Nintendo Switch game made by WayForward and Spin Master. Of course, this wouldn't be a Bakugan video without the Bakugan, so I made sure to get the deluxe edition to get that Ultima Dragonoid. Taking a look on the back, we can see some screenshots from the game as well as a better look at Ultima Dragonoid. It's a little hard to tell on video, but the entire box has this metallic coating on it, making it look really cool. I actually have a video up of my first impressions of the game based on the first 2 hours, but without further ado, let's jump into it. Now that we got Drago free, the first thing that pops out to me is that he's got gold on his eye crest, his hands, and his feet, I guess. I actually didn't know he had feet. As well as there's gold on the faction symbol and the B power, which is not something we normally see unless it's on a diamond. In fact, he looks like he has a lot of small details that you probably wouldn't notice unless you were comparing him to another Dragonoid. I have pretty much all of them, so it's not that big a deal to compare. I'll probably put on a slideshow of most of them together. But all in all, he looks really good. In fact, the closer I look at him, especially side by a regular Dragonoid, the more I notice that I think the plastic color is actually a little different. It's more of a ruby as opposed to like a normal red. I like all the little touches they did to Ultima Dragonoid, but there is one big difference, and that's going to be in the B power. Ultima has 1,000 B power base, while every other Drago only has 400, which honestly kind of turns him into a beat stick if you ask me. And I have no doubt in my mind there's definitely going to be a key player in some people's decks, especially if you're running Green Fists. And Ultima's definitely a sneaky incentive to get people to buy the game, but we'll have to wait and see how he really shakes up the meta. Now Ultima's not that different from a normal Dragonoid, so his closing process is pretty simple. Just fold down the horn, legs, tail, all together, and then just fold down the wings. It couldn't be more simple. Now that he's closed, we can really take a look at some of those details I was talking about earlier. While the normal Dragonoid has a theme of red and orange going on the outside, Spin Master decided to spice this up a little bit by adding accents of black along the legs and the chest area, which really makes the colors pop. It makes me wish the normal Dragonoid had colors like this. Now moving on to the character card, we could see Ultima Dragonoid actually gets the full art treatment, and instead of a hex design, it just gets a normal hollow design, which is a nice change. He also comes with 2 Green Fists, 1000 B base, and 1 damage, but since you're going to be running this in a Green Fist deck, he's going to be 1006 almost all the time. Now moving on to said cores, he actually comes with a -2 damage and a plus 50 B plus 2 damage, so nothing too great, but you guys should have plenty of good cores in your stock. And before I forget, we got to take a quick look at the Gate Turner card, which of course is going to be Drago himself rocking some sweet Baku gear. Now let's do some roll tests. Thank you guys so much for watching, but before I forget, I actually did record my first 2 hours of gameplay, which you can see in the title card here. It's not so much of a review, but I did try to make it as funny as I could. I hope you guys enjoy. I never made a video like that before. And without further ado, stay beautiful, brawlers.